When we search through the pages of history for stories of great empires and their rise, one name shines bright: the Ottoman Empire. And among the earliest visionaries who transformed it from a small state into a global power was Sultan Murad I. Today, we uncover the story of a sultan who was not only a victorious general, but also a just ruler and a martyr who fell in the battlefield. Early life and upbringing. Sultan Murad I was born in 1326. His father was Orhan Gazi, one of the early founders of the Ottoman Empire, and his mother was Nilüfer Hatun, of Greek origin. From a young age, Murad showed intelligence, bravery, and leadership skills. He mastered Arabic, Persian, and Turkish, studied Islamic teachings, law, and history, and received extensive military training. He frequently accompanied his father in battles, where he learned the art of strategy, discipline, and leadership. Ascension to the throne. In 1359, Orhan Gazi passed away, and in 1362, Murad I ascended the Ottoman throne. At that time, the empire covered limited territory, but Murad's ambitions were vast. He immediately set his sights on expansion, particularly toward the Balkans. Conquests in the Balkans. The Balkans were fragmented among warring Christian kingdoms. Murad I first captured Adrianople, modern-day Edirne, and made it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, its first in Europe. He then launched a series of successful campaigns. In the Battle of Maritsa, 1371, he crushed the allied Christian forces. He conquered regions in Serbia, Bulgaria, and Albania. Ottoman borders expanded all the way to the Danube River. These victories not only established the Ottomans as a European power, but also paved the way for the spread of Islam in the region. Military and administrative. Murad I wasn't just a conqueror. He was also a brilliant statesman who introduced critical reforms. He founded the Janissary, a disciplined, elite military corps that would become the backbone of the Ottoman army. The empire was divided into provinces under the Beylerbey system, laying the foundation for structured governance. He established a robust judicial system by appointing judges, qadis, who ruled by Sharia law. Non-Muslims were granted religious freedom in exchange for paying jizya, a tax, ensuring peace and stability within the empire. Under Murad's rule, the Ottoman state transformed into a strong and organized empire. The Battle of Kosovo. In 1389, Murad I faced a major challenge. Christian states including Serbia and Bosnia formed a grand alliance to stop the Ottomans. The two forces met at the plains of Kosovo, in what history remembers as the First Battle of Kosovo. Tens of thousands of troops clashed. Murad I personally led his army, invoking divine help and inspiring his men. The Ottomans ultimately achieved a resounding victory. But this triumph came at a tragic cost. After the battle, a Serbian knight, Miloš Obilić, infiltrated the Ottoman camp under the guise of loyalty, and fatally stabbed Sultan Murad. Thus, Murad I became the first Ottoman sultan to be martyred on the battlefield. Martyrdom and burial. Murad I's martyrdom was a moment of sorrow for the empire. Yet it solidified his legacy. His body was buried in Kosovo, while his heart was interred on the battlefield itself, so that the Sultan's heart would rest in the land he conquered. His sacrifice inspired the Ottoman army and increased their reverence among both allies and enemies. The legacy of Murad I. After Murad's martyrdom, his son Bayezid I, famously known as Yildirim, the Thunderbolt, ascended the throne. but the foundation on which Bayezid built further was laid by his father. Murad I's legacy includes a centralized and powerful state, a modern, standing military force, a governance system based on justice and tolerance, the spiritual and strategic foundation for future Islamic victories in Europe. He is remembered as a sultan who conquered hearts before he conquered lands, and who gave his life in the path of Allah. The life of Sultan Murad I is not just the story of a sultan, it is the story of a visionary leader, a warrior, a reformer, and a martyr. His reign remains a symbol of leadership, justice, and sacrifice. If you enjoyed this historical documentary, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tell us in the comments which sultan you'd like to learn about next.